Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for
Hello. Sorry. I just saw an alert on my phone. Sorry. I got one chair over there, one chair over here, the camera facing the other way. We're just all backwards today. I hope everybody is doing well today. I have to work later this afternoon, so I thought we would get together in the morning for some coffee in court. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. This is my first coffee. I haven't even sipped it yet. I hope I made it right. Oh, you know, some days I believe in myself. I mean, the foam tells me yes, like we've done a good job, but it's always a bit of a crapshoot. It's a floating head. I know, I'm not really though, like, but I'm not wearing pants, so we can't stray too low. We can't stray too low. It's hot. Oh, it's hot. It's hot. I love it. Oh, I love it. Okay. Let's quickly get to it. I have a couple cases for us to watch. Oh, yeah. She just went live right now. But you can't do it, Paisley. You can't get them all. You can't get them all. Okay? I have a hard time making myself believe that. Very difficult. Also, I made myself what I call a vacation sandwich, which is 2 pieces of white bread toasted with microwave bacon in it. Delicious. I should have an easier coffee mix.
I didn't realize it was a patty when I read the note.
Whoa, sir. Probably I should. I just make one giant coffee that's actually 3. This cup has seen better days. And hi, Courtney. Good morning. Wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey. Okay.
No,
All right.
I can show it.
So let's go ahead and get started. We're back on the record for the May 30th, 2025 Zoom docket for San Patricio County 4D child support cases. Court is calling to order cause number S245603FLC. I have the parties listed as Gregorio Valadez. Mr. Valadez was served February 12, 2024. And I have filed the case for September 24th, 2024. Yes, Joyce?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
Oh, I'm gonna stop my video. See if that helps. Okay, is that better?
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right, so I will not be on video. Okay. Issues. Mr. Valadez has not appeared today, and I don't believe we have any information indicating that he filed any response to the suit. So we have Ms. Pedrosa. If we can have you state your name on the record, Ms. Pedrosa.
Elizabeth Pedrosa.
Thank you. Mr. Cavett, do you have any other witnesses you plan to question?
I do not, except for the introduction of documents in the paternity results test.
All right, Ms. Pedrosa, will you raise your right hand so I can swear you in, please? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you may put your hand down. Thank you. And are you ready to proceed on the record this morning, Ms. Pedrosa?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Cavett, is the state ready?
We're ready, Judge.
All right, Mr. Cavett, I'm going to turn it over to you. Go ahead, sir.
All right, we'll call Elizabeth Pedrosa. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Who is Gregorio Valadez?
He is the father of my child.
And I guess you know that a couple ways. You probably know it because he's the only person you had sexual relationships with at the time of the conception of the child.
Yes, sir.
But you also know it because recently y'all did DNA.
Yes, sir.
Was that at his request?
No.
Okay. You just wanted to have it memorialized then,
Yes.
if I understand correct. Okay. And they came back 99.99999
Yes, sir.
positive that he's the dad, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Miss Lucy, are you ready to share that screen yet? Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. All right. So you have talked to the CSO and told them how you would like to proceed, what you would like to happen in this case. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you would like a family violence finding on the case. Can you tell the court why that is?
Well, while I was pregnant, after he had found out that I was pregnant, we had gotten into an altercation and he had physically abused me while I was pregnant with his child. And then before I was pregnant with this child, he had abused me severely bad where I went to the hospital and I had done a police report and pressed charges. And that is one of the reasons why he is incarcerated now.
All right. And so someplace in all that, there's a previous finding of family violence, correct?
Yes, with his other children's mother.
Ah, and was there one with you when they did they do a protective order for you?
I don't know if they did or not.
Mhm.
I'm not 100% sure, but I do know he wasn't allowed to have contact with me, but he still tried to through a third party.
That sounds like a protective order to me. Tell me about the violence. What did he do to you that landed him? Is he in prison?
Yes, he is in prison right now. TDCJ.
Okay. And do you know how long he'll be there?
I believe it's supposed to be for 6 years if he's not granted parole.
Okay. So, at minimum, a third-degree felony. Would you tell the judge because she needs to know what happened?
So I had been trying to get away from him, as in break up with him. We were living in my apartment that was under my name. And I had decided, you know what, I'm going to leave the situation. And I kept trying to leave and he did not like that. And he had choked me severely, bruised my esophagus. It was almost broken when they did the MRI on me in the hospital. My voice was very hoarse for at least 2 to 3 years. He had bit me, left a scar on my back, broke the skin. I had to get a tetanus shot. The Victoria Sheriff's County office took pictures of everything while I was in the hospital. Also, during that time when he was abusing me, I had got out of his car when he had told me he was going to kill me, and I was in fact scared for my life at that moment. And we were actually near one of his cousin's house and I was outside of the car fighting for my life. Excuse me.
It's all right.
I was trying to run away and I was calling them for help. His family on the road that we were in, the town we were living in at the time, where he told me he was going to take me out to the woods and kill me. And I was begging for help and they all were just staring at me. And somehow I finally got away. And when I did, I never went back.
Okay, so help me get my head wrapped around this. Given all that, you still want, is your child a boy or a girl?
He's a boy.
Given all that, you still want him to have visitation?
Actually, not necessarily. I would rather just have actual custody of my child because I don't trust him and I don't want my child to be used as leverage or anything against me.
Understood.
In any way, shape, or form. I know it's been a couple of years. It is still very traumatic for me. I still do have fears inside of my body on it.
So when he was choking you, did you think you were going to die?
Yes.
And he choked you hard enough to bruise your esophagus.
Yes.
I know you probably in times like that go really weird, but did it seem like you had not been breathing for long enough to die?
What does that even mean? Hi, Ben. What what does that even mean? Did that make sense? This is a terrible case. Trigger warning, by the way, if you're just getting here. But yeah, just lighthearted shit, Friday shit, you know. Honestly, this just happened this morning, and oh, do you feel like you died? Is that what he's asking? Do you feel like you almost died? He worded it terribly. Terribly.
Really weird, but did it seem like you had not been breathing for long enough to die?
I was losing airway in my esophagus and my throat to the point where I started seeing stars, and that's what really scared me. It made me fight harder, like literally praying to God to help me get through this. Like, I wasn't at a great time in my life either when this was happening, but I was just fighting. I don't know. People say you have a lot of strength when you're going through certain situations or your adrenaline, and I believe that's more than likely what got me to keep trying to fight back, to keep trying to get him to let go of me in that moment.
Obviously, I mean, at that point in his life, you wouldn't want him to be involved with the child, correct?
No, I just feel like I do personally feel like there is a chance for change, and I would like to give him the benefit of the doubt to have a relationship with this child. That is why I said if this does happen, for my grandmother to be supervised, because I would not like to be.
So again, to get my head up, right now, because I mean the visitation that you proposed, and let me just put this: if the judge wants to order visitation, what you're suggesting is 30 or 60 days from the non-custodial parent's release from TDCHA on the first, third, and fifth Sunday of each month from 12 to 2 at Ethel E. Park to be supervised by your grandma, Barbara Richer. And then, but if he does exercises them all for 12 months, then standard possession order. But if the
This OAG appears to have had some. First of all, Erica, thank you so much. Legal Fiction, thank you too. Here it comes. Some of those names caught my attention, but Legal Fiction, wow, thank you so much. Erica, your late fee is accepted. Don't worry, we're only 14 minutes into it, but it is a morning show. And look at that. I see Crafty Amy, and then I see Alan Jackson's Big Dick T. Oh, here they come again. I'll dance again. Do, 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 do. I still have to fix that. I really don't know why it goes off twice. It's because we love everybody twice as much as anybody else. Don't forget. Seriously, thank you so much. That's amazing. And welcome to the new members. Okay, this OAG is having some hard times figuring this out. I feel bad for him. He's stumbling.
Judge wants to do that, but
Okay,
it's what you
I'm gonna
want.
jump in, Mr. Cavett.
Please do.
When, or should I say, how long ago was Mr. Valadez incarcerated for the violence against you, ma'am?
January 15th, 2020. Actually, I will be completely honest. When he went to jail, it wasn't for my case because they had what they told me fell through the cracks. I don't know exactly what that means. So he had went on a drug charge, and then that's when they brought mine up into place and added that onto him already being incarcerated.
Okay, so when did the
January
last
15th,
incident,
when did he, sorry, you broke up, ma'am?
when did the incident occur? Most recent. When was the most recent incident of violence?
I want to say it was before Thanksgiving. The last recent one before he went to jail was when I was pregnant, and he threw me up against the wall in our apartment that we were living.
Okay, what month and year was it?
That would have been during December. I don't know the exact date, but I know it would have been 2020.
Okay, that has been more than 2 years ago. So the most I can do today is take notice that he is incarcerated for family violence against you. In addition to that, I am naming you sole managing conservator of this child. And Mr. Valadez is granted possessory conservatorship, which means if you allow it, in this case, he may have visitation with the child. But I'm leaving the visitation schedule completely in your hands. Under the circumstances presented today, I see no reason that he should have a legal right to visitation with this child. If he is released down the road at some point and you feel comfortable setting something up for him to have visitation.
Oh dear, Bill's got a thunderstorm warning. Legal Fiction's got thunderstorms rolling in. Oh God, is Ryan Hall y'all gonna go live? Has he created another weather event? Seriously, thank you, Bill. Please be safe. Get to the most interior. No, I don't know what the rules are. You know how to do it. But do be safe, everyone. It's sunny outside. I can see the sun peek. You can see it on my face. Oh. Right? You can see it over here. When I'm like this and my face is so bright, that's the sun coming in on my face. Mikos! I don't want to brag. What do retired people do? They find a hobby or two instead of being blue. I think I don't want to. My Nana travels for like 6 months of the year. That's her retired life. But not everyone likes to do that.
That's completely up to you. Given what you've testified to, I don't know that I would want my grandmother around this individual. I don't know that I would want anyone who would not be able to physically defend themselves against this person. I would want somebody strong and capable if something were to go sideways.
Yes, ma'am.
This person.
I agree.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I am not inclined to grant Mr. Valadez any access at this time.
Yes, ma'am.
But you may do whatever you think is appropriate when the time comes. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, Mr. Cavett, what else do we have?
Okay, so Judge, she would like, and based on the current law, that child support be set at 0 at this time, medical support be set at 0. She's not requesting any retroactive support. I also they have down that the parties are used to use AppClose for communication. So I guess that can still apply in case they want to communicate for starting, if they're inclined to start anything. I don't know.
Sure.
And then him to pay court costs within 30 days of his release. Of course, family violence finding and non-disclosure.
I don't know about making a family violence finding since it's been more than 2 years ago, but I know he is incarcerated.
Understood.
So I don't know if that language allows me to make that finding based on his incarceration.
But I think you're right about the language, Judge. I wish.
I mean, if you want to customize the order, I can sign off on a finding that he's incarcerated for family violence.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Mhm. And is there anything else, Mr. Cavett?
That's it, Judge.
All right, Ms. Pedrosa, as it's probably been explained to you, we cannot set any current obligations for child support or medical support. Does the child have private health insurance that we need to address or government insurance?
He has government Medicaid. Driscoll. When me and my fiance do get married, we will all be put under his insurance through his job.
All right, so if you need court orders to help facilitate that, then you'll have to contact the AG again. For now, the court's finding that government medical coverage is the only thing available. So that's so ordered that you will maintain that until something else is available. But for now, Mr. Valadez will not be ordered to pay any compensation for support aside from the court cost that will be due 30 days after his release. The parties are ordered to utilize AppClose to communicate regarding the child after Mr. Valadez is released from incarceration. And Mr. Cavett, I'm giving you 7 days to get this order to me. Is that enough time, sir?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Ms. Pedrosa, the Corpus office usually sends their orders directly to me, so that means you won't have a chance to look at it before I sign it. Is that okay with you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then those are the orders of the court effective today. Ms. Pedrosa, if yourself or Mr. Valadez is not happy with this order, you have 3 days to file a request for trial de novo.
De novo.
And that would be asking another court to hear the case all over again. Any questions, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
All right, then we're adjourned and you are free to disconnect from Zoom, Ms. Pedrosa. Thank
All right, on to the next. Now listen, we don't normally do Spanish cases, translator cases. Ow, does somebody have a voodoo doll of me? Wow, I got prickly pin, ow, in my arm. Stop, that's not nice. So weird. Okay. What was I saying? They distracted me. Spanish case. Oh, this is the case I teased yesterday that we didn't watch. Oops.
you.
So strange. It was right
Okay,
there
thank you for
and
your
right
patience.
there.
All right, Ms. Ray Allen again. Do you all both swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Para ambos, el testimonio que van a dar va a ser la verdad, solo la verdad y nada más que la verdad. Sí.
Mr.
Sí.
Williams?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Williams, do we have an agreement?
Yes, sir. We're here on a suit affecting the parent-child relationship, and we have a partial agreement, Your Honor. At this time, I'd like to read those agreements to the record. The only thing that's not agreed to, Your Honor, appears to be the retro, but I'll go to that when we get there. As far as the agreements.
Okay.
Permíteme, I'm sorry. Thank you, Judge.
Sorry.
Tenemos un acuerdo, sí lo tenemos. Tenemos un acuerdo con respecto a la relación padres e hijos. Tenemos un acuerdo parcial y lo voy a leer para que conste en actas y después vamos a entrar a las partes que no se acordaron, que es la parte retroactiva.
Okay. Parties are in agreement. Parties are in agreement that the father signed a valid acknowledgement of paternity in today's case.
Las partes están de acuerdo que el padre firme un reconocimiento de paternidad en este caso.
Parties are in agreement that, that Mr. Hernandez should be named as the father of the children in today's case.
Y las partes están de acuerdo que el señor Hernández sea designado el padre en este caso.
Parties agree there has been no family violence in the past 2 years.
Las partes están de acuerdo que no ha habido violencia intrafamiliar en los últimos 2 años.
Neither party is requesting a non-disclosure of their address or phone number from today's court order.
Y ninguna de las partes se está solicitando que no se divulgue el número telefónico o la dirección de alguna de ellas en esta orden.
Parties are in agreement for a joint managing conservatorship.
Las partes también están de acuerdo en tener una custodia conjunta.
Parties are in agreement for a geographic restriction to Dallas and contiguous counties.
Las partes están de acuerdo a limitaciones geográficas a Dallas y a condados subyacentes o de los alrededores.
Parties agree that the acknowledgement of paternity was for 2 dependent children.
Las partes están de acuerdo que el reconocimiento de paternidad fue para 2 dependientes menores.
Parties agree the children are covered under Medicaid.
Las partes están de acuerdo que los menores están cubiertos con Medicaid.
Parties are in agreement for medical support to be set at $250 per month and to continue coverage on Medicaid.
Los padres están de acuerdo que el apoyo en efectivo para gastos médicos sea de $250 al mes y que van a continuar con Medicaid.
Parties are in agreement for current support to be set at $900 per month beginning June 1st, 2025.
Las partes están de acuerdo que la manutención de los menores sea $900 al mes a partir del 1 de junio del 2025.
And as for the medical support at $250, we're asking that begin June 1st, 2025 as well.
Y en cuanto al apoyo para gastos médicos de $250 al mes, también estamos solicitando que comience a partir del 1 de junio del 2025.
Parties are in agreement for a standard possession order.
Las partes están de acuerdo para una orden de visitas estándar.
And parties are in agreement for court costs to be billed to the father.
Y también las partes están de acuerdo en que los gastos del tribunal se le facturen al padre.
Those are the extent of the agreements, Your Honor. At this time, I'd like to take testimony.
Esos son el grado de los acuerdos a los que llegaron. En este momento me gustaría tomar el testimonio.
At this time, I'd like to call the mother. Ma'am, can I get you to state your full name for the record?
En este momento quiero llamar a la madre. Señora, ¿puede dar su nombre completo para que conste en actas?
Tania Cerón.
Tania Cerón.
Thank you, ma'am. And can you state the names and ages of the child or children we're here for this morning?
Gracias. Señora, ¿puede decir los nombres y las edades de los menores por los cuales estamos aquí esta mañana?
César Hernández, he's 6 years old, and Soraya Hernández, she's 12.
César Hernández, él tiene 6 años y Soraya Hernández tiene 12.
And did you hear the agreements I previously read out into the record, Ms. Cerón?
Señora
Yes.
Cerón, ¿escuchó los acuerdos que acabo de leer al juez? Sí.
Are those still your
I need
agreements,
you to-
Ms. Cerón?
I need you to wait for the interpreter to interpret the question before you answer, okay?
Necesito que espere que el intérprete interprete la pregunta para el señor antes de que usted responda, ¿ok?
Okay, disculpe, pues.
Okay, I'm sorry then.
And don't use 2 languages. We pick 1 language, please.
Y no utilice 2 idiomas. Elige el que guste, por favor.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Ramos.
As far as
Adelante.
those agreements, sorry, interpreter.
Sorry, go ahead.
As far as those agreements, Ms. Cerrone, are those still your agreements this morning?
En cuanto a esos acuerdos, señora Cerón, ¿esos son los acuerdos a los que llegaron esta mañana?
Yes.
Do you believe
Sí.
those agreements are in the best interest of your children?
¿Usted cree que esos acuerdos es lo mejor para sus hijos?
Yes.
Sí.
Are you asking the court to accept those agreements?
¿Y está solicitando al juez que acepte esos acuerdos?
Yes.
Sí.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I'd like to move on to the non-agreed portion, which it seems the main disagreement here is going to be the retro calculation. Is that correct?
Ahora, gracias, señora. Quiero pasar a la parte en la que no llegaron a un acuerdo. Al parecer que es el desacuerdo principal es la parte retroactiva. ¿Es así, señora?
Yes.
Sí.
So over the past 4 years, has the father provided you with any support for the children?
En los últimos 4 años, ¿el padre le ha dado algún apoyo para los menores?
Yes.
Sí.
How much has he provided you?
¿Cuánto le ha dado?
2,400 for $200 per month for 1 year.
2,400 o $200 al mes por un año.
Just to confirm, you said $2,400 per month, and that was for 12 months. Is that correct?
No, that was
Wait for the interpreter.
Nada más para confirmar, usted dijo 2,400 al mes y eso fue por 12 meses.
no, it's 200 per month for 1 year.
Nos fueron 200 al mes durante un año.
Give me 1 second.
Deme un segundo.
So your testimony today is that over the past 4 years, the father has given you $2,400 in the amount of support. Is that correct?
Entonces su testimonio es que el padre en los últimos 4 años le ha dado 2,400 como la cantidad de manutención, ¿es correcto?
Yes.
Sí.
C. Tammy. Hello. Hi, Tammy. How are you? 12 months. That's a whole year. That's a whole year. That's 12 months, my dear. Hope you are well. Thank you for being here. We're glad to see you. I'm getting flashbacks to my Spanish class.
So before any credits, the state calculated the full retro amount for the past 48 months to be $44,448. Would you agree or disagree with that amount?
Entonces, antes de aplicarle los créditos, nosotros atribuimos la cantidad completa de retroactivo de 48 meses por 44,448. ¿Está de acuerdo con eso?
Yes.
Sí.
But you're willing to give him a credit of $2,400 toward that amount based on the amount that he's given you so far. Is that correct?
¿Usted está dispuesta a darle un crédito por la cantidad de $2,400 con base en lo que él le ha dado de manutención? ¿Es correcto?
Yes.
Sí.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the court about your case?
¿Hay algo más que le gustaría decirle al juez respecto a este caso?
No.
No.
You all right this time? I'll pass this witness.
Su señoría cedo al testigo en este momento.
All right, Mr. Cemental, go ahead and proceed with any questions for Ms. Torres.
Señor
No.
Cimental, proceda para hacer preguntas a la señora Torres si es que tiene.
No questions for Ms. Torres at this time.
En este momento no tengo preguntas para la señora Torres.
Okay. All right, Mr.
At this-
Witness.
Yes, sir. At this time, Your Honor, I'd like to call the father in today's case.
Señora, en este momento sí, pues en este momento quiero llamar al padre de este caso.
Sir, can I get you to state your full name for the record, please?
Señor, ¿puede dar su nombre completo para que conste en actas, por favor?
César Hernández Hernández.
César Hernández.
Thank you so much, sir. As far as the agreements that I previously read out into the record, are those still your agreements this morning?
Gracias, señor. En cuanto a los acuerdos que acabo de leerle al juez, ¿esos son los acuerdos a los que llegaron esta mañana?
Sí.
Yes.
Are you asking the court to accept those agreements today?
¿Le está pidiendo al juez que acepte estos acuerdos el día de hoy?
Sí.
Yes.
And do you believe those agreements are in the best interest of your child?
¿Y usted considera que esos acuerdos es lo mejor para sus hijos?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I'd like to move on to the non-agreed portions, which is specifically going to be the retro.
Muchas gracias, señor. Ahora quiero pasar a las partes en las que no acordaron, que básicamente es la parte del retroactivo.
Over the past 4 years, sir, have you provided the mother with any support for the children?
Señor, ¿en los últimos 4 años le ha dado usted a la madre algún apoyo para los menores?
Sí.
Yes.
And how much have you provided, sir?
¿Y cuánto le ha dado, señor?
200 por semana.
200 a week.
And for how many weeks have you done that?
¿Y por cuántas semanas le estuvo dando?
Le estoy dando desde enero el 14 del 2023.
I started on January 14th of 2023.
So how much would you say you've given so far total, like up to today's date?
Entonces, en total, ¿cuánto diría que usted le ha dado a ella hasta el día de hoy en total?
Viene siendo de... ¿Cuánto es por 200 por semana? Son como, ¿qué? 800 por mes.
Well, it would be 200 a week. That would be 800 a month.
Could you give me the total amount you think you provided to the mother over the past 4 years, sir?
Señor, ¿me puede dar la cantidad total que usted cree que le estuvo dando a la mamá en los últimos 4 años, señor?
Es que no tengo el total, o sea, nomás estoy como sacándolo de que le da por semana.
Well, the thing is that I don't have the total. I'm just getting what I provided her on a weekly basis.
So you understand that we need a total amount that you provided so far to credit against what the judgment may be. You do understand that, sir? Is that correct?
Señor, ¿entiende usted que necesitamos una cantidad total para que se le acredite a usted en contra de la decisión que se haya tomado el día de hoy?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you have a total number for us?
¿Tiene un número total para nosotros?
No.
No.
Okay. So the state believes that the full retro amount for 48 months is $44,448. Sir, would you be in agreement or disagreement for the retro to be that amount?
Ahora, el Estado considera de los 48 meses la cantidad total de pago retroactivo sería de 44,448. En total, ¿usted está de acuerdo con eso?
John, you abruptly ended the show. No, I'm just joking. That was my fault. I had to do it in 2 pieces. 2 parts. Don't worry that much.
Total de pago retroactivo sería de 44,448. En total, ¿usted está de acuerdo con eso?
No.
No.
How much? Okay. And that's, give me 1 second. I want to calculate how much that would be. The state will ask that you pay that back at $272 per month beginning June 1st, 2025. Would you be in agreement or disagreement with that?
Ahora voy a hacer el cálculo. El Estado está solicitando que usted pague esa cantidad a $272 al mes a partir del 1 de junio del 2025. ¿Está en acuerdo o en desacuerdo con eso?
Es que no, yo no le debo 4 años a ella.
Well, the thing is that I don't owe 4 years to her.
Okay. How many years do you believe you owe, sir?
Ok, ¿cuántos años cree usted que le debe a ella, señor?
Yo recuerdo que le debo, tal vez, cuando nos separamos, fueron como meses.
I remember that I owe her maybe when we got separated, it was just months.
Okay.
Just months. Did you hear that, Orlando Chiquita? What the fuck? Streamlabs, why won't you send through the stickers, bro? Because Donna sent $20 from Orlando Chiquita saying pair character dancing under a rain of confetti and taking his hat off to say, "You are amazing. Yay! Thank you, Miss Donna. Why Streamlabs? The problem is you do it twice for everybody else, and then you don't do it for the stickers. What the fuck? Donna, I hear the weather. Oh, now she's getting the sounds. None your business got one. Ooh, dear. Look at that. Look at the... Donna, you are too kind to me. I love you very much. You are so sweet. I'm wearing my Florida hat today. Florida Friday, baby. Wow, thank you. The second round of those is going to come through here in a moment. I'm going to take the time to say, everybody be safe. Oh, I love you too. I've been thinking about you because I heard the weather is going to be real hot this June. Ryan Hall said it's going to be a hot one. And I'm jealous a little bit. Because we all know how much I love the heat. I love it. You guys, thank you so much. Courtney doesn't trust Ryan. I probably shouldn't either. Oh, hot but pouring rain. That's like dreams for some people. Okay. So the state says he owes $44,000, but he's saying he's paid $200 a week. That's a lot. That's a lot more than $200 a month. Do we think that she was right or wrong? Was mom lying or is dad lying? What will the judge decide? These are the questions that we have.
Your Honor, I would like to say before I pass the witness that the state does not take a position on the retro. We calculated the amount and are willing to credit whatever the court comes up with. But at this time, the state would like to pass this witness.
All right, Mr. Simmons. Oh, sorry, Mr. Mena.
Thank you, Judge. Su señoría, en este momento voy a ceder al testigo. El Estado no tiene ninguna postura en cuanto al retroactivo que se calculó y con base a lo que el juez decida en cuanto sería el crédito, estaríamos dispuestos a ponerlo. Cedo al testigo.
All right, Mr. Simental, go ahead with some questions.
Señor Cimental, si tiene algunas preguntas, adelante.
Yes. Mr. Hernandez, have you been providing Ms. Torres with cash or checks the past couple of years?
Señor Hernández, ¿usted le ha estado proporcionando dinero a la señora Torres en efectivo o en cheque en los últimos par de años?
Sí.
Yes.
When did you first start giving her cash or checks in form of child support?
¿Cuándo fue que usted empezó a darle a ella efectivo o cheque para manutención de los menores?
Objection and lack of personal knowledge. The witness just testified that he doesn't know how much he's given. Now he's being asked if he knows how much he's been given. He's given so far.
I asked when did he start?
Overruled, because I think the question was, when did it start?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Se niega porque creo que la pregunta fue ¿cuándo comenzó? Sí, su señoría.
Go ahead and answer, Mr. Hernandez.
Adelante, señor Hernández, puede responder.
Okay. El cash yo se lo empecé a dar como cuando nos separamos. Ella me lo pidió como a los más o menos como 6 meses más o menos. Y el cheque le empecé a dar como en enero, el 14 del 2023.
Well, I started giving her cash when we separated, and because she asked for me like 6 months after that, more or less, and then I started providing her with checks starting on 14th of January 2023.
Can I add to it?
No, you're not the witness.
Puedo agregar en ese momento, no, usted no es la testigo ahorita.
Okay.
Okay.
And you were providing.
No. No, Bad Scooter. You've been traveling for work. That sounds actually fun, but I know it sucks. We're glad to see you. Did you see the judge's face there? He don't believe you. Seriously, judge is like, no, shut up, ma'am. Shut up. Oh, thanks for 18 months support, by the way.
How much were you providing per week?
¿Y usted cuánto le daba a la semana?
200.
200.
Okay. And as far as your kids going to and from school, who picks them up and who drops them off?
Y en cuanto a los niños ir a la escuela, ¿quién va por ellos y quién los va a dejar?
En la mañana una semana yo y una semana ella, pero en las tardes pagamos Ride.
I'm sorry, interpreter needs confirmation of the last word that he used. ¿Pagaban qué, perdón?
Ride.
Okay.
Ride es como un...
Well, in the mornings, it's 1 week I would do it, and then the other week she would do it, and then in the afternoons we would pay for drive.
When you say drive, do you mean like a ride share?
Cuando dice drive, ¿se refiere a un compartir manejo?
No, Ride que pagaba como un Uber.
No, ride is that I would pay like an Uber.
Would you guys split this cost or would you pay for it all?
¿Ambos dividían el costo por eso o usted lo pagaba?
Pagaba una semana yo y una semana ella.
I would pay 1 week and the next week she would pay.
And after school, who takes care of the children?
Y después de la escuela, ¿quién cuida a los niños?
La abuela.
Grandma,
Your mom or her mom?
la mamá de usted o de ella?
La mamá de ella.
Her mom.
Do you guys pay the grandma to take care of the children?
¿Ustedes le pagan a la abuela para cuidar a los niños?
Sí.
Yes.
And you guys split the cost or do you pay for it all out of pocket?
¿Y se dividen ese gasto o usted lo paga de su propio bolsillo?
Una semana yo y una semana ella.
1 week I pay and the next week she pays.
And how much do you typically pay for your week?
¿Y cuánto paga usted normalmente la semana que le toca?
50.
50.
And that's how much she pays for her mom as well on her week?
¿Y cuando le toca a ella pagar, es lo que ella también le paga a su mamá a la semana?
Sí.
Yes.
Do either of your children have a cell phone?
¿Alguno de los niños tiene celular?
Sí, la niña.
Yes, the girl.
Okay. How long has she had a cell phone for?
¿Cuánto tiempo lleva con celular ella?
Como 3 años.
Like 3 years.
And you pay primarily for this phone plan?
Y usted principalmente es el que paga por este celular.
Sí, yo pago.
And it's to communicate with your children
Yes,
while they're at
I
home?
pay.
Sorry about that. I'll ask the question again.
Thank you.
And you primarily pay for the phone plan so that you can have communication with your children while they're with Miss Torres?
Y usted es principalmente quien paga el plan telefónico para que pueda tener comunicación mientras está con la señora Torres.
Sí, yo soy el que pago.
Yes, I'm the one paying for that.
And are you asking based off of all this that the court not grant retroactive because you have been paying financially for your children and you also have been present in their lives and had possession and access with them during this duration?
Y usted está solicitando al juez que no ordene la parte retroactiva porque básicamente usted ha estado pagando económicamente por sus hijos. También usted ha estado presente en la vida de ellos hasta este momento y ha tenido visitas con ellos.
Sí.
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
No tengo más preguntas, señoría.
Okay. Anything further, Mr. Williams?
No,
¿Algo
Your
más,
Honor.
señor Williams? No, su señoría.
Okay. All right. The parts y'all agreed to, those are all fine.
Las partes en las que ustedes estuvieron de acuerdo, todo eso está bien.
Based on the testimony that I've heard today regarding the retroactive support, it sounds like y'all are sharing a lot of the costs.
Con base en el testimonio que he escuchado hasta este momento en cuanto a la parte retroactiva, al parecer ustedes han estado compartiendo varios de los costos.
It sounds like y'all had an agreement as to what was supposed to have been paid.
Al parecer ustedes están de acuerdo en quién tiene que pagar qué.
And even though it should have been maybe a little more money, now that we're in court, there's still a significant portion that was paid on a monthly basis.
Y aunque debió de haber sido un poco más la cantidad, ahorita que estamos aquí en el día del tribunal, aún así esta ha sido una porción que se ha pagado mensualmente.
I mean, it's not reasonable for me to do a judgment for $44,000 when Mr. Hernandez has been helping take care of the child.
Y no sería yo razonable el tomar una decisión por los $44,000 si el señor Hernández ha estado pagando bastante del cuidado de los menores.
Maybe there's a dispute of a few months, but not enough for me to enter such a large judgment.
Quizá haya alguna disputa en unos cuantos meses, pero no suficiente como para poder yo tomar una decisión en cuanto a una cantidad tan grande.
In the interest of us moving forward in a more positive way, I'm not going to order any back child support.
En el interés de que nosotros avancemos hacia el futuro de una manera más positiva, no voy a ordenar que se pague lo que debe de atrasado.
And so we'll just be talking just about regular child support of the $900 and the regular medical support of the $250 beginning next month.
Entonces, únicamente vamos a hablar aquí acerca de los regular de manutención de $900 al mes y de apoyo para gastos médicos $250 al mes a partir del siguiente mes.
All right, the Attorney General's office will draft an order, email you a copy after I sign it.
Ahora, los de la Fiscalía, la oficina de la Fiscalía, van a elaborar una orden, las van a mandar por correo electrónico a ustedes después de haberla firmado yo.
All right, y'all are excused and are done with court. Thank you for your patience in waiting for the interpreter.
Ok, gracias por su paciencia, gracias por estar aquí, por su paciencia para esperar al intérprete.
You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Pueden salir de Zoom apretando leave o salir.
Wow, wow, wow. Do we believe that he just literally put no back child support in place? That's insane. Unusual. Obviously, one of the cases where it really does pay to hire a lawyer, baby. It always pays. But sometimes it just pays the lawyer. You guys, thank you so much for being here. Reminder, there's no show tonight, but there will be another one tomorrow during the day. So have a good time. It'll be around the same time tomorrow, unless there's something crazy. It looks like John's going live tonight. I know the boys are doing the chase at 405 East. Plus members only, I would hazard a guess. So listen on in. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you again, Miss Donna Orlando Chiquita. Legal Fiction, you guys. All the new members. If you're on the replay crew, hit that button and leave a comment. I love comments. I love them so much. Leave them for me, please. I'm going to have to figure out something better to do than whine about it. Anyways, you guys, I love you so much. Do me a favor, remember that I love you and I'm proud of you, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.
Ways down and ready to ride.